No, unless you want to come out looking like a vampire, having the red lights or the yellow lights in your eyes or red eyes, you don't want to do that. Don't do it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you were new here, this is softlife.com and welcome. So guys, in this video, I am going to be sharing 10 tips on how to take better photos with your mobile phone. In my previous video, I shared 10 tips on how to create better quality videos, and now for this video, I am back again with 10 tips on how to take better photos with your mobile phone. So in reality, not everybody has access to a digital camera, yet they desire to take high or better quality photos. Not to worry, I'm here to help you. So, depending on the kind of phone that you are using, I am here to show you how you can take better quality photos. Tip number 1, always clean your lens. If you recall in my previous video when I shared 10 tips on how to create better quality videos, my first tip was always clean your lens. That is super important, that whatever mobile phone you are using, you always have to clean your lens. So here is what you can do. Always have with you a piece of toilet paper or tissue that you can use to wipe the lens of your camera or of your phone. So this also helps the quality to come out way better than before, than when you have it smudged. Tip number 2, learn what your phone can do. So before you take a photo, you should have known or you should research on what your phone is capable of, because I know that the settings for Android is a little different from that of the Apple or for the iOS phones. So it's best for you to learn what your phone can do so that you can get the maximum settings that you need to get better quality photos. So guys, once you have learned what your phone is capable of, trust me, you'll be able to utilize the settings to your advantage. So always learn what your phone is capable of before you aim for high quality or take high quality photos. Tip number 3, use a stabilizer or a tripod. So depends on the kind of photo that you're trying to take. You can use a stabilizer to keep your hands from shaking so that you can get a perfect picture. When you use a stabilizer or a mobile tripod, this helps the quality of your photos. Photos can come in blurry or unclear due to shaking hands when taking a photo. So if you know what you are capable of, and you know that you cannot get really stable pictures, then you should use a tripod or a stabilizer. Tip number 4, do not use your mobile flashlight. No, unless you want to come out looking like a vampire, having the red lights or the yellow lights in your eyes or red eyes, you don't want to do that. Don't do it. Matter of fact, I am filming this video with natural light, and I'm just using one window, which is the source of light that I have right now, to shoot this video. So imagine what you can do when you're using natural light or shooting your photo outside to get better quality pictures. So for more emphasis, always utilize daylight. Unless you have an external source of light that you want to use to shoot photos or take pictures indoors, then that's okay. Tip number 5, I have come across some persons when they're trying to take a photo, they try to zoom in on the subject just because they want to get a closer look. This is not a good way of taking photos. This is not acceptable. This will cause a grainy effect in your photos and end up making your photos look really, really poor. So what you should do is to go closer to the subject or shoot from where you are and then crop out the excess from the image. So the recommendation is that you should not zoom into your subject for any reason. Do not do that. It comes out really bad. Don't do that. Tip number 6. This one might sound really, really strange to you unless you're familiar with photography. So number 6 says, apply the rule of thirds. So if you take a look at your camera settings, or if you take a look at your camera screen, you will notice 2 grid lines crossing each other in vertical and horizontal dimensions. So these grid lines are used to guide you to take photos while applying the rule of thirds. So what does this mean? This is simply the process of dividing an image into thirds using 2 horizontal and 2 vertical lines. What this does for you is that your pictures come out really natural and more dimensional and more attractive, because your subject is not just standing in the middle of the camera like this, facing like in a fight. No, your subject is somewhere in between the 2 horizontal lines and the 2 vertical lines. So what this also does is that it attracts the viewer's eyes to the main subject. So this gives room for the viewer to also explore the rest of the image, explore the rest of the spaces in the image. I hope this explains it. Let me know if you have further questions about this one. Tip number 7. Tip number 7 says, use negative space. Make use of negative space. So this is also in relation with my previous tip, which is apply the rule of thirds. Now, negative spaces you would see in several images looks like this. This is basically giving your subject a breathing space either on the left or on the right or above the subject. So this makes your image appear more spectacular and more dimensional and more beautiful. That's just what I think basically. So give some negative space. This is also applicable to people who have things that they sell. So when you're taking pictures of your products, it's always best to put this or bear in mind for this tip. Always allow a negative space and use the rule of thirds. Now, let me take you back to the previous tip, the rule of thirds. So the rule of thirds is not an unbendable rule, so you may use your discretion to apply or choose when not to apply the rules. So it's not an unbreakable rule or an unbendable rule. So just use your discretion and know when to apply them. So guys, if you are enjoying this video or if you think that I'm making sense, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to this channel yet, hit the subscribe button and let's get this rolling. Tip number 8. So tip number 8 says, take as many photos as you can. This one, I don't know if I really need to explain this one. This is really basic and it's simple to understand. So when you want to get good quality photos, keep taking the pictures. Take as many photos as you can, and then you choose the best out of your collection. It is best for you to have multiple images from your subject, and then when you relax, you can take a look through and choose your best. It is better for you to have multiple images than have just 1 or 2, and then you end up realizing that, this picture no follow, what I go do now? And you've missed the opportunity, you've missed the time, you've missed the moment. So take as many photos as you can. Tip number 9. Tip number 9. Tip number 9 says, make use of editing apps. Basically, these tips are almost the same thing with what I shared in my tips for better quality videos. So this is also applicable on here. So make use of editing apps. Use them. Don't be afraid. Well, not always, but most of the time, you should consider using editing apps to enhance the image of your photo. Let me tell you, when you see beautiful photos by amazing photographers, they really did not look that good when they shot the pictures. They had to enhance them. They had to tweak them to look more natural, to look really acceptable to the eyes, to look more pleasant or look really attractive. So do not be afraid to utilize editing apps. They will help you to make your photos appear more better. Here are some editing apps that you can use to make your photos appear better. You've got AirBrush, you've got Adobe Lightroom, you've got Snapseed, you've got FaceTune, you've got Photoshop as well, so a whole bunch of others. In my next video, I am going to be sharing with you my secrets, sharing with you the applications that I use to make magic from my images. Tip number 10. So in as much as you want to take amazing photos with your mobile phone, we have to be really realistic. It is not all mobile phones that can take good quality pictures, let's be honest. So I'm not going to tell you to copy an image taken by the best Samsung or the best Apple or the best whichever Android phones are there. I'm not going to tell you to copy those images and then go and try to replicate them with a low quality phone. It is the reality. So before you decide that you want to start taking better quality pictures, choose and decide if you need to upgrade your phone so that you can have an upgraded quality images. And guys, I have a bonus tip for you. So with all these tips that I have mentioned, a total of 10 tips that I have mentioned and shared with you on how to take better quality photos. If you do this once, you're not gonna get it right. So my 11th tip, aka bonus tip, is practice. Keep practicing. So if you want to get better at taking photos or doing anything, you have to consistently practice. So practice will make improvements. So guys, for you to get better quality pictures, keep practicing, keep shooting. Whatever you see, you shoot. Whatever you see, you take photos of. Just keep at it and you will get better. So guys, if you've got any questions for me, please put them in the comment section and I will attend to them. And also, if you have any suggestions for me as regards to the kind of videos you want to see more on this channel, also let me know in the comment section. I hope this video was really useful to you. I hope you can like it, subscribe to this channel and share with your friends as well. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.